Welcome back to the Garcia Podcast, a podcast featuring commerce students from Queens where we talk about what really goes on at Queens Commerce. On today's episode, we have Shawn.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Shawn is a good friend of mine. He's in my 101 class. And Shawn, obviously, you've been in Commerce, Queens Commerce, for a month.
Yeah, it's been a month now, yeah.
It's been a month since you've been in Queens Commerce. Do you think it's lived up to the hype?
Honestly, I can say yes. So I came in this program with a lot of expectations for what this program was going to look like, feel like, how's the experience going to be. And I can say, at least for the first month, it's definitely lived up to my expectations, good and bad. So obviously the first thing I want to talk about is I came in here expecting the classes to be difficult, right? It's not going to be, I didn't expect come here thinking that the classes were going to be easy time. And
for the most part,
they've been difficult, right? Which is to my expectation, but that's not a bad thing though, because something that surprised me was, even though they're difficult, like my professors actively try to make it engaging for the class, and it's not just like they're talking at you. It was something which like my parents and like other people that have been to university was kind of prepping me for. Like professors might not necessarily articulate their points the way that you want them to. They're just going to talk at you, but here at Queens Commerce so far, at least the teachers I've experienced, they generally try to engage the class in what they're saying, regardless of the difficulty of the work that we're doing, right? I definitely say another thing that's lived up to my expectations, this is more of a positive, is definitely the culture and the people. 100% from the first moment I got here, everybody was so welcoming and nice. Everybody was just trying to get like a read on each other and like become friends essentially. It was kind of like high school point two, like, you know, when everybody came in grade 9 and everyone was like trying to meet each other and like really friendly. It was kind of like that. The toxicity was non-existent as it might be for like another school or something like that. Everybody was generally nice and trying to get to know each other, and it's been consistent throughout the month that we've been together. Everybody's trying to build each other up and just help each other through whatever we're going through. So yeah, that's something definitely that's been a positive that I expected coming into Queens Commerce. Yeah, so I definitely say it lived up to my expectations for sure.
Would you say, what would a con be?
A con, so...
Because you did say at the start you had pros and cons, like of the experience.
Right. So I was talking about the difficulty. That was definitely. I was hoping it might be a little bit. Some things might be a little bit easier. Just there's been like a lot of readings. Sometimes you get like 90 pages of readings at a time and stuff like that. It's a little bit difficult. I'd say another negative thing that I was expecting coming into Commerce is not, maybe this doesn't necessarily relate to the program itself, but just being like at Queens, like I was hoping like the town would be a bit more, there'd be a bit more things to do, and like in terms of it being lively, but you know, it's a trade-off, right? Like we're not going to be in Toronto, the CN Tower's not going to be right there, all the stuff to do is not going to be right there. That's a little bit of a trade-off, but it's been cool though, like it's still been great. I'd say that's a con.
I think there's actually quite a bit of things to do near Queens, like in Kingston in general. I wouldn't say, it's not a small town.
It's not a small town. I wish I phrased that better. Like there's obviously things to do, but like if you're coming into it expecting like going to like a school downtown,
if you're from Toronto,
exactly, it's gonna be a bit different from what you're used to for sure. So that's something I'd have to say I guess would be a con, but like it's been great here. It's really hard to kind of think of one, to be honest with you.
Yeah. The classes, I would say, I wouldn't say they're like as like first years. I wouldn't say they're overly difficult.
No, they're not difficult. They're not overly difficult, but
they're manageable.
They're manageable.
I would say they're manageable.
They're manageable, but I'd say, like, because a lot of people were like, just online research, people were saying, oh, I don't know if you've seen this, QCs, oh, it's pretty easy, there's nothing. Don't come in with that mindset at all, okay? Because that's how you're gonna, because if you slack and get left behind near the beginning, then you're gonna have problems later. So I guess I should have phrased that differently too. It's not overly difficult, but it's serious, for sure. It's manageable though, at least in the first month. It's gonna be, I guess like any university, I guess my vision's kind of skewed because this is my first kind of month in university, so it's a lot harder than high school, but no, yeah, for sure.